Hey guys, so the next thing that I'm going to review, the last pack of Topics, is their, what is it called? The bar loader. So this is an extra pack that goes along with the front loader that you can attach to the outside of this or use in conjunction with the front loader, or you can use it on its own. I'm just gonna first do a little setup and takedown of it, so bear with me here. First I'm gonna wrap it up here so that's out of my way. So has the little front buckle, you can, it's a tightener, you can tighten it or not. I just rolled it to get that out of the way. Here on the back you have all the kind of extra straps. So this is gonna go again to your head tube. And then you have these which make their way around the bars and hook here. So I'll kind of do an example for you here. So these are also adjustable. Can let's see if I can make it longer here. So make it longer to wrap all the way around this one. Hook it in. And then on this side, wrap it all the way around. I need it to go a little longer. There we go. And then with these tabs, you can tighten it again and then pinch them down and tighten them to this part. Same thing over here. Where is it? Tighten it down, pinch it in there. So all right, and that's it for the top loader. So this is how you would use it with the front loader, the bar loader. And then you probably looked like I had a lot of extra bits and pieces on it. So you don't use the head tube part when it's like that, but when it's on its own, which I'm just gonna do on my other bike so it's easier. All right, so then gonna also do it on this bike just to have a different example here for you. So this is without the front loader. You can see there's lots of bikes in this apartment, as happens. So here's where the extra straps come into play. So you have, looks like I lost one. It's probably floating around here somewhere. I'll find it. But you have the Velcro straps. So these go mount right to the handlebars when you're not using it with the front loader. So I would put that part on, and then there is the one on the other side. Here it is. It just fell out. Woohoo! Okay. Which way does it go in? I think it's this way. Here. Alright. So, this side. Did I put it in wrong? Nope. There we go. And then you still will attach these other bits. I think it's just an added kind of security. And then you tighten them down. Same thing on this side. Sorry, you only get to see my body here. Someone get me a tripod. That's what I really need. Okay. And then, so it's hooked up. I'll do a close-up of this, and then you would, of course, attach the piece to the head tube, which this bike with these types of brakes is not the best because it is going to interfere with that front brake cable kind of no matter what. But you can leave the bag not as cinched in as I have it as well, so then it won't hopefully interfere with your brake wire. There we go. So there it is, it's hooked on there. So I will do a little, I'll show you up close here. All right, so I'm gonna show you some of the features of the bag. So obviously, one of the cool things about this bag is it's easily accessible. So when used with the front loader, I threw my tools in there and stuff because I often find when I'm on bike tours or long endurance things, you know, it's a pain when something goes awry and you gotta stop and dig out your tools. So I was really excited about trying this because just having an extra little pack that's just easily accessible to grab the things you use frequently, I was really pumped about. So that's one of the cool things of using this with the front loader, or just having a small little pack with you that you don't have to have a huge pack with you riding around. Like I took this on I did like a 115-mile route on my single speed the other day just for fun, and I just had this with me filled with, you know, my tools, some snacks. Was nice to have it like that. This also comes with like a shoulder strap, so when you take it off, which is what these extra things are for, I believe. I never use the shoulder strap, so, but you plug it in there and then you can carry it. It's got a little handle too. Actually, like one day I just wanted to experiment, so I took the shoulder straps out all the way, like to their longest extent. And if I'm on a bike tour or something and I'm going places, I like a backpack more because chances are I'm hiking or doing something else. And so I thought I would experiment with this with I was like, well, what if I didn't have the shoulder strap and I just use this as a little backpack? Look it. And I mean, I'm not the skinniest and smallest of women. I'm like about 5'7.5". So this fit me well. If you had much broader shoulders than me, you probably wouldn't be able to fit in it like that. But I don't know, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't need the shoulder strap. I'm going to use that as a backpack. So I kind of just wanted to experiment with that. An idea if you're also not very broad shouldered like myself. So I kind of like that this has like a Velcro on the inside. So you actually can fold it together so it's nice and neat and Velcro and then roll. I kind of liked that feature. And then another cool thing about this pack, you can kind of look in there. It's dark, I guess, is so it has an extra organizer in there, which you can use, but you can also remove, but it Velcros, so it takes a second to get out. Let's see if I can get out of here. Really sticky Velcro. Come on, Velcro. Alright, so you could, of course, remove this and just use this without the accessory piece in there. But it's got this cute little accessory pouch. And I'll take out my tools. You can see it's kind of nice. I know something for me that's always big on packs that I carry is I love to have something that zips, because if I'm carrying some cash with me or something, or important cards, I don't want it to fly out and just having the zippers, I know it's secure. And they have multiples of those with different depths. Let's see if I can get in there. So that's like the deepest. Here's another big one on this side. So kind of like that feature of this, but of course if you just wanted more space, you could certainly take this out too. So like I said, I was most excited about this pack because I thought it would be awesome to have an extra thing in the front of my front loader, easily accessible to throw stuff into, tools, things like that. And I have to admit it was a little bit heavy when I threw it in there, but why not test it to its limits, right? I was pumped about this pack, and like, I hate to say this, but with the front loader, I was a little bit disappointed because, like, you know, it only happened with one of them, and maybe I have a faulty one, I don't know. But so these buckles, if you can see them, so that how they work is you unsnap that, and then you, if you want to make it shorter, you're gonna pull it through like that, cinch it, you know, get it even again, and then just clamp it down like that. Okay. And this side was fine, but this side just kept wanting to pop up. It snapped the same. I redid it various times. You can see just like that. And then like right now it's fine up there. See, it slipped through. And the other one doesn't really. Oh, it does a little. So with just a little bit of tug, they like pull out. Well then, so I started about a 40-some mile ride with this loaded, and I was nervous about that. I was nervous about it slipping, and it took like a mile, half mile from where I started, and it dropped down and hit my tire. Like dropped down the side of the front loader. And I was bummed because that was something I was super, super excited about. Luckily for me, when I had gone and volunteered at the Day Across Minnesota to help them out, a Shimano rep, or like they're like a professional who fixes things at different races, they happened to be at this race, even though it wasn't one that they technically usually go to. This guy, just Nathan, I believe Nathan was their name. They asked me if I just wanted one of these, and I said, yeah, that sounds cool. It's the Shimano Voila strap. Thank you, Nathan. You rescued me because I knew I wasn't gonna make it 40 miles with that slipping. So what I did was I ended up, the piece that I just used this and wrapped it around my handlebars like that with the in front of the front loader, and it worked awesome. So now I'm thinking of investing in another one of these and using the front loader with that. I guess my feedback on this would be, Topeak, just, you need a different buckle. I don't know, I was worried about these with all the things. They just don't seem like they hold really heavy things. And I mean, I wouldn't say mine was excessively heavy. I didn't have every tool I own with me, but you know, it was a little heavy, but it just kept coming undone. And I was really bummed because I really wanted this to be like the bag I use all the time. But just because of that, it just made it not fun and not cool. Like, and I'm almost thinking if you guys redesigned it, or if they redesigned it, I don't know, partnership with Shimano, and they came with this, and then you used the hooks, and then you wouldn't need those other straps. That'd be awesome. I'm almost thinking about just getting an extra Shimano just to keep using this as the front loader, but then not use the straps that Toe Peak gave and use these to attach it instead. Because I love the concept of the bag and what its purpose is. It's just that buckle doesn't hold, and I think that needs to be fixed. However, I use this, like I said, on a 100-some mile ride on its own, just with the bars. Works great. Because, you know, you had then the Velcro really holding it up, and then I didn't have to worry about these straps sliding. So worked great that way. And I had probably about the same amount of stuff. So, and that way it worked awesome. I loved it. Just with the front loader, I was having difficulties with that. It was slipping, falling on my tire. But like I said, I might get another Shimano Voila strap and then use that with this instead, and make it work. So this is also, this material, interestingly, is more like the Ortlieb material. So this is 100% waterproof. It is a sturdier material. I wouldn't really worry as much about something puncturing this bag like the front loader bag and the back loader bag. I don't know if I guess I haven't researched. I'll have to look if other places do a front loader like this, but I love the concept and I love the idea. I love to use it with the front loader. It needs different straps to be 100% effective, I think. But I'm trying to think what else. I love the other features of this bag. I love the little pouch. I love you know, it's cool as a shoulder bag if you want to use it that way. I can use it as a backpack. I love the concept of this. I just wish the buckles for the adjusters were better. But if that got worked out, I would 100% say get this to work with the front loader, because it's a great extra thing it's a great pack to have. There's your things you need to access all the time handy. Like I said, in other times I've had my tools in bottle cage areas, or even in, sometimes I've had them in my feed pack, just like my multi-tool or something. But generally when I've had to stop, do a tire or whatever, I've always had to take stuff out of my packs. And so it was, the concept of not having to do that really excited me. So, but otherwise, if that gets sorted out, or if, like me, you're thinking of doing a little MacGyvering with the Shimano Voila straps or something else like that, this could be an extra addition to your front loader. But as the bar alone on the bar without being in front of the front loader work great. So thank you, Toe Peak. I did enjoy the bag. Otherwise, the buckle needs to be fixed. Thanks, guys.